What you are about to see are accurately based on events that took place in and around this community in December of 1860. Whenever possible and appropriate, we are using the actual printed or spoken words by those that participated so many years ago. After you witness the scenarios, we invite you to participate with us in a discussion as we try to come to terms with this part of our history's past. In the late 1850s, as the question of the legitimacy of slavery increased, Southern slaveholders took additional precautions to safeguard their slave property. These precautions included more stringent patrols, as groups were appointed by townships or organized by private vigilante associations. Events such as John Brown's raid on the Harper's Ferry Arsenal in 1859 spread like wildfire throughout the South. Southern newspapers highlighted these events and pushed for more stringent patrols. The election of Abraham Lincoln to presidency in 1860 escalated the suspicions amongst Southerners that Northerners had in fact infiltrated their states and corrupted their slaves. This caused many slave owners to call for a system of isolationism to keep dangerous abolitionist ideas out and keep slaves in. York County, South Carolina was not immune to this type of reasoning. In December of 1860, things here came to a boil.
May I have your attention? I need not remind you of the counts that we've all been reading about, of the atrocities being committed of late. The events that have transpired at Harper's Ferry, as well as out in Texas, Alabama, and Tennessee, are truly alarming and should have every man concerned about the peace and quiet of our country. The great evil that is abolitionism has grown to a degree truly alarming and threatens to bring upon us untold evils. It is even expected that mischief may be lurking in our midst today. The great question with us now is, how do we repel its aggression and resist its audacity? And on our ability to do this rests our very existence. Whatever means will prevent its encroachments, no matter how violent, they must be adopted.
Hear, hear.
We must be prepared to protect our families, our homes, our property, and our way of life.
Hear, hear.
For any emergency that may arise, we must be prepared.
Hear, hear.
All right, Dr. Bratton, will you please read the resolutions?
Thank you, Colonel Wallace. Gentlemen, resolve that we, the undersigned, do form ourselves into an association to be known as the Bethesda Vigilant Association for the purpose of protecting our homes, families, and property, and for the general welfare of the community, and we pledge ourselves to sustain each other in carrying out the objects of this association. Resolved that the association shall meet every 2 months, and all persons wishing to join the association shall be voted in by ballot. Resolved that the President appoint as many captains of patrol as he may think necessary to carry out the object of the association. A company of patrol to consist of not less than 5 men. Resolved that the patrol companies have the power to arrest all suspicious white persons and bring them before the Executive Committee for trial. Resolved that we pledge ourselves to put down all Negro preaching, prayer meetings, and all congregations of Negroes that may be considered unlawful by the patrol companies. Resolved that the patrol companies have the power to correct and punish all slaves and free Negroes as they deem proper, as nothing herein justifies any patrol company to injure any person's property. Resolved that we pledge ourselves to give no general passes to slaves, that each passes to specify where to go and when to return. My friends, these are the resolutions that pertain to you. Each captain of patrol will be furnished with a copy of all the resolutions, and it is up to you to have each member of your community sign them. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well, gentlemen. The safety of our wives, children, and property rests on your shoulders.
Here, here.
Here.
You want to follow me? We'll go to the next meeting at the slave academy.